The Ford High School Game of the Week is brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers, the best in Oklahoma. MidFirst Bank, true to your money. The Oklahoma Farm Bureau, the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better. Mill Creek Carpet and Tile. Mazio's. And by Weoki Credit Union.
And a pleasant good evening, everybody, and welcome to Crusader Field here as we get ready for some high school football here tonight on Game Time. Your View, your high school game of the week tonight, featuring the Christian Heritage Crusaders playing host to the Mount St. Mary Rockets. I'm Steve Marshall. Brian Birchall's alongside to lend his color analysis. And Brian, first and foremost, boy, you can't beat the weather the way it's turned out for us today.
Yeah, back-to-back weeks for us. Great weather nights here on Your View. And last week, of course, at OCS, we got great weather. Tonight at CHA, just as nice. A little bit of wind this week out of the south, see if that plays any factor, but the temperature should be perfect.
All right, two teams that are coming into the contest this evening for Christian Heritage. They are 2-0 on the year. Mount St. Mary is 1-0, and you wonder about the disparity in the number of games played. Well, it has to do with the 0 week that has been instituted, and right now on the field they're letting us know who won the toss and who is going to receive the opening kickoff here before we get ready for our contest here this evening. Mount St. Mary on the road. They are traveling and playing at Christian Heritage tonight. We'll take an opening timeout, come back, get ready for the kickoff right after this.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your two favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazio's.
Oklahoma. It's in our name. We are Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance. We're here when skies are blue and when you need us most. We are where you are, with offices in all 77 counties. From our urban streets to our winding country roads, we've been protecting Oklahoma since 1946, so you can focus on what really matters. We're the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better.
I love the American road.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event. Get 0% for 60 months on the smartest, most capable trucks. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers. Like 0% financing for 60 months on F-Series, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Because practice pays off. Because it's better to give than to receive. Because there's no place like home. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money, with innovative services that let you focus on what's most important. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your two favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazio's.
Get into something good, like Brahms Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae.
Get into something good.
Two big dips of Brahms Premium Vanilla Ice Cream. Rich and creamy hot fudge. A shower of toasted almonds, whipped cream, and a cherry. Now you've got something good. A double dip hot fudge sundae. Every day's a Sunday at your neighborhood Brahms.
Get into something good.
Because every great accomplishment takes courage. Because one person can't do it all. Because dreams are worth chasing. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money. With proven services that support all of your endeavors. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
And the playing and the singing of our national anthem as we get ready for high school football here tonight on Friday night. Thanks for tuning in. It's your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. It's game time on Your View. And thanks to everybody that's tuned in for this evening. Brian, we've already talked about the weather and how great it is, but we've got a good matchup here tonight. Two good football teams, both undefeated so far in the season.
That's correct, Steve. Both teams undefeated. And Mount St. Mary 1-0. CHA is 2-0. CHA 39-15 winners over Will Rogers and 36-20 over Okemah. And Steve, that was a game to an Okemah team they lost to a year ago. A game they thought was going to be tough and really dominated the game for much of week 2 last week. So CHA coming in this game with plenty of confidence, scoring over 30 points and nearly 40 points in both of their first 2 contests.
All right, should be a good game here this evening. Both teams have lined up. Mount St. Mary will kick it away to begin the contest. They are on the right-hand side of your computer, of your screen. They are in their white uniforms with the Navy numbers, and for Christian Heritage, they have on the navy blue jerseys, the gray pants, and the white helmets. The kick to Christian Heritage, taken right at the 15-yard line. They're going to run the throwback pass. They get a couple blocks on the edge. Coming around the corner, get the block that they're looking for, and there's nobody back there. Down the sideline, no flags on the play. That's Cade Hale, and he's going to take it the distance into the end zone and a touchdown for Christian Heritage. How about that?
Pretty impressive play. The ball was kicked to Zach Hale on the right side, number 4. He takes it about 5 yards and throws it backwards to number 2, Bridge Bullard. It took one block on the backside. A key block there was a Mount St. Mary Rocket right there. An excellent block once that block was made at about the 23-yard line. It was off to the races. Nobody was catching Bullard. And, wow, that's probably one they practiced all week. And to be able to execute it like that, Steve, has to make the coaching staff and the kids feel really good.
Yeah, one of the assistant coaches told me that might be in the offing on the very first play. As it turned out, they got exactly what they were looking for and ran it to perfection, and that's what a week full of preparation can do for you.
Oh.
Going for the 2-point conversion. The quarterback is Cargill. Hands off into the middle of the line, pushing and getting in for the 2-point conversion. So Christian Heritage, they get the opening kickoff, take it all the way back for the touchdown. They get the 2-point conversion. We've only taken 16 seconds off the clock, and already the Crusaders are on top by a score of 8-0. We'll take a timeout, come back with the ensuing kickoff right after this.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event, offering 0% for 60 months on the brand with the highest owner loyalty. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers. Like 0% financing for 60 months on all Ford cars, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Welcome back, everybody. After a thrilling return for touchdown opening kickoff here for the Christian Heritage Crusaders, they will now kick it away. The ball lies flat at the 40-yard line. Getting ready to approach the football is number 2, Bridge Bullard.
Scored a touchdown on the kick return and now kicking it off. I was wondering why, Steve, that CHA elected to return when winning the toss rather than deferring, and now we know why. They had a little trick up the sleeve.
They couldn't wait to run that play, that's
right.
for sure, especially with the result that they got. The kick return is taken out to about the 38-yard line, and that's where the Rockets will put it in play, 1st and 10. The Rockets, well, last year was the best year that they had posted in some 20-plus years, as they actually went to the playoffs for the first time in quite a while and look to build upon that. A lot of good young players in the system at Mount St. Mary, and they'll continue to try and grow behind their quarterback, Tanner Wade. And here's a pitch on the far side. They try to pitch it out to Colton Cox, and he is tackled in the backfield for a loss in the play.
Yeah, great job just running the shotgun toss play, kind of a stretch play, but the outside linebacker not confused at all there. Did not bite, an excellent form tackle. And one team goes 85 yards in a kick return to start the game. The other team goes -4 in a run play. So, we talked about it last week with Pauls Valley getting off kind of a slow start, and same thing here with Mount St. Mary. Need to answer the momentum built by CHA.
Loss of 4 on the initial play, and then a quarterback keeper straight ahead. He's going to gain a yard, maybe 2 at the most, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Rockets. Line of scrimmage going to be at their own 38-yard line. Need to get all the way to the 48-yard line if they're going to continue this drive. Looking at a 3rd and 14 right now. It's number 21 checks into the lineup for Mount St. Mary. That is David Federici, who checks in at one of the wide receiver spots. Roll it to the right. Fire, low pass, complete, but a gain of only 2 or 3 yards, and that's going to bring up 4th and long.
Yeah, nice job rolling out there. But, when you got to pick up 14 and you only get 3, it makes it tough. So you're going to have to punt the ball back and play defense. The good news here from Mount St. Mary is there's only one guy back deep to return the punt, so you don't have to worry about that.
Cale Goodwin drops to about his own 20-yard line. That's where he anticipates on taking the snap to kick it away. 4th down and 12 for the Rockets. Low snap, gets through his legs, picked up, fumbled, and it's going to be Christian Heritage football inside the 5-yard line. My goodness. Looked like maybe he took his eyes off the ball because it just went straight through his hands, between his legs, and by the time he was able to gather it back in, it was all the way down to about the 5-yard line, and that's where Crusaders will take over 1st and 10.
When you're on the road, you're playing a good football team, you've got to make positive plays. You don't necessarily have to come out like gangbusters, but you have to make positive plays. And so far, we talked about it last week, and the difference in 2 good teams this week could be big plays. And so far, it's 2 big plays for CHA and a negative play for Mount St. Mary. So an opportunity here for CHA to really take a commanding lead.
From the Rockets' 5-yard line, a little delay on the give, trying to go to the left side. He'll pick up a couple of 2 yards on the play. Zach Hale on the carry for the Crusaders.
CHA has shown they've run the ball on the 2-point conversion and run it here early on, but averaging only 80 yards a game in their first 2 games, Steve. A team that scoring over 40 points, averaging just 80 yards a game rushing. So obviously a team that can and likes to throw the ball. So looking to establish the run, I would assume, here early on and get that part of the offense going and kind of balance the attack.
Bridge Bullard in the backfield, play action, throw it. Pass is complete on the far side. They call it incomplete now. Pass is incomplete, so that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal right at the 5-yard line.
It's that interesting wrinkle you're seeing a lot in college football where you run the option and the running back or receiver stays out wide so the quarterback can make the late pitch if need to. He got the inside give, and he's got the quarterback run. He's got the toss out wide. Looked like the receiver had the ball, Steve, initially, but a big hit from the secondary, and he lost out of bounds. That whole complete the catch through the process thing that you see argued every week in the upper levels of football.
That's right. Zach Hale in the backfield, play action pass. They slip it out to the corner and race to the edge and into the end zone. Touchdown, Bridge Bullard. Off the nice pass there as he was able to take it in. Camden Cargill gets the pass and the touchdown, and they extend their lead now to 14-0 with the extra point pending.
Just a simple swing pass, wide receiver screen type play. Excellent blocking on the edge. Both outside receivers seal their men, and it was a race to the corner, and it was won by the Crusaders. And now again they'll go for 2 and look to make this 16-0 early on. CHA here at home looking to get to 3-0.
Good start for the Crusaders so far. Quarterback is Cargill. Take the snap, look left side, looking for the cut across the middle. Now throws it into the end zone. And it's in for the extra point is good. So they're able to convert, and now the lead is 16-0. Christian Heritage on top, still 8:54 left to go. First quarter of play on Game Time. It's your view right here, your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
Oklahoma. It's in our name. We are Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance. We're here when skies are blue and when you need us most. We are where you are, with offices in all 77 counties. From our urban streets to our winding country roads, we've been protecting Oklahoma since 1946, so you can focus on what really matters. We're the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better.
Welcome back. Christian Heritage off to a good start. 2 possessions. Of course, the last one started at the Mount St. Mary 5-yard line. They were able to punch that one in, and they've converted both of their extra points, so they have their early lead, 16-0.
Steve, have you ever seen a team kick with the ball on the ground like that before? I mean, seriously, it's an interesting strategy.
It'll go out of bounds. And we're seeing more and more teams do different type stuff. I mean, Norman North refuses to kick the ball deep in on their kickoffs, and as much as they score, you know, that says something right there. But they feel those squib kicks and those onside efforts, you know, eventually pay off in the long run. And you see a lot of different teams doing different things. Some teams refuse to punt. They feel like, you know, unless it's 4th and 40, if it's anywhere close to being attainable, that they will try to do that as well. So a lot of different things to watch for throughout the course of a football game, not just at the pro level or the college, but at the high school level too.
I think one of the most effective is that high onside that goes about 25, 30 yards. If you kick it high, make them either fair catch, or you get someone generally who doesn't have great hands trying to receive the ball.
Tanner Wade on the keeper himself goes forward, line of scrimmage to the 35-yard line. He'll pick up 3, get it out to the 38, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Hutch Hendrickson with the tackle there. Looked like there was a hole developed, but Hendrickson from kind of chasing the play down the backside, wrapped up and was able to bring down Wade there. But positive gain from Mount St. Mary on first down. It'll be 2nd and 3. Important, and it's easy to say this, but there's a ton of football left. You can't get yourself chasing the game right now. Right. Continue for your game plan and allow yourself to get back in the game as the game comes to you.
Play action pass going to go up top, going for a receiver downfield. Incomplete. Quarterback hit after he threw the ball. No flag in the backfield. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 for Mount St. Mary.
Looking deep for Jacob Laughlin on the outside. Excellent coverage, though, up top there by number 9, and that's Carson Bullard. So Bullard saw it the whole way, actually was further downfield than Laughlin. So just as I say, you want to let the game come to you, they go deep. But I mean that in the sense of, you can't score all 16 points on one possession. A lot of football left, a lot of things can happen. Just kind of stick to the process and keep yourself in the game.
Penalty flag comes out.
False start, I believe.
Right before the snap. It's going to be called by the line judge.
Oh, you're right.
It's going to be offsides, encroachment, if you will, against Christian Heritage. So now from 3rd and 8 to 3rd and 2 for the Rockets. Checking into the lineup for Mount St. Mary, number 32 is Riley Lowry. Lowry, a junior. Stand out on their baseball team. Wade, quick give up the middle. First down yardage. Nice hole opened up there very quickly for Colton Cox, and he has the first down out near midfield.
One thing we want to mention about the Mount St. Mary offense, they obviously like to throw the ball, but got a really tall receiver in Aaron Jeffries, number 11. He's going to be at the bottom of your screen here. 6'5", 6'6", so it'll be interesting to see if they use him for some jump balls, some fade routes. Is going up against number 23, Cooper Bullard, who is not near as tall as him. So a height and athletic director. We had a interesting, Steve. They snapped, and the quarterback went running, bounced off his face mask directly into the hands of the running back, who picks up cleanly and rushes for 2 yards. Nobody was ready for that play.
No, they weren't. I was watching the receiver, and he was just
Me
getting
too.
lined up and actually was in motion, moving as the ball was snapped. So it's going to be a procedure penalty against the Rockets.
Nobody was set. That was an interesting play there.
So the clock stopped, 7:43 left to go here in the first quarter. It's 16-0, Crusaders on top. Leading the Mount St. Mary Rockets on what can only be described as a perfect evening here in Oklahoma. What a beautiful day weather-wise. Wade given the backfield, and he is swallowed up. Short loss on the play. Good job defensively by the Crusaders up front, as they did not even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
Certainly the Crusaders, Steve, have won the battle of the trenches early on. Their defensive line has swallowed up all the run plays, and their offensive line has gotten good push on offense. So they are winning the line of scrimmage early on in this one.
Tries to get Christian Heritage to jump offside. Still have 8 on the play clock as Wade takes the snap and drops. Pressure from the edge, hit and dropped. And the Crusaders get in there and get the sack on the play. One of the first ones in there on the play, number 85, was Caleb Korf, senior outside linebacker, but it seemed like they had an advantage coming from both ends that time and really nowhere for the quarterback to go.
Blitzing off the blind side was Korf, and Wade never saw him and hit him hard right in the back. You know, that's one of those that if Korf can square him up, you know, would have been tough for Wade to hang on the ball, but luckily Wade had stepped up to pass and was able to absorb that contact. But he blitzed off the backside, and now Mount St. Mary again a third and a long way.
Third and about 20. Here's a short pass to the far right side. Still on his feet, picking up some good yardage. Going to be still shy of first down yardage necessary by about 5 or 6 yards. And that'll bring up a fourth down. They are, however, into Christian Heritage territory, so an interesting call coming up for the Rockets.
Well, yeah, now it's just 4th and 5, so you're in a manageable position. Do you punt and pin them deep, or do you see if you can pick this up? We just talked about earlier, a lot of teams don't like to punt, Steve, when it's 4th and less than 5, and looks like they're going to give it a go.
You're kind of almost in that no man's land, too.
Yep.
So let's see what they call here on 4th down and 5.
Remember, CHA's jumped once and almost jumped a second time, so maybe they'll try to draw them off again here.
They do take the snap. Wade cuts it back against the grain, cuts it back one more time, and he's not going to get the yardage necessary for the first down. And the Crusaders withstand the rush from the Rockets, and they'll take over on downs at about their own 43-yard line.
Caleb Korf, who got the sack 3 plays ago, in pursuit, not giving up on the play, starting on the strong side and getting all the way back to the weak side and making the tackle there, and about 2 yards short. And so now CHA already up 16-0. Steve is going to have the ball on the 43-yard line, as you see right there, just shy of the 43, so only needing 57 yards to get themselves a 3-score lead.
Well, they scored on the opening kickoff, so that was one play, and then they had the turnover right at about the 5, and then scored in, 2? So they've only run 3 plays, 4 at the most. There's a snap back, looking to throw, ducks inside, and he's going to get dropped in the backfield for a loss of about 3. Good pressure by the Rockets that time, as they are able to drop the quarterback in his tracks.
Charlie Lane gets the sack, but credit the quarterback pressure to, looks like on the outside, number 20, and he's not on my initial roster. Let me see if he's on the other. But anyways, back in the backfield to make the play early on, and so he made the initial pressure and forced the quarterback to step up, and that's where Lane finished him off.
Carson Bullard, top of your screen. Here's a dump over the middle, pass complete there to Hutch Hendrickson. He makes the catch and then is hit immediately. Going to get a gain of about 6 or 7 yards on the play, get it out to, let's call it the 47-yard line. In Crusader territory, needs to get to the 47 in Mount St. Mary territory. see what the Crusaders dial up here. Looking at a third down, call it 6. Put Korf in motion, coming to the near side. Dropping the throw, Cargill on the run. Nice pass, complete, perfect timing. Bridge Bullard on the reception. First down for the Crusaders.
Bullard's been the go-to guy early on in this one. Caught the touchdown pass, caught the 2-point conversion, and here catches the 3rd and 5 out route for 9. Excellent job of Bullard to know where he was on the field. Steve caught it, got his feet in bounds, possessed himself, and then stepped out. So excellent completion and a great pass there by Cargill, rolling to his right and putting it on the money.
Quarterback draw. Rockets were wise to that one, as he'll get maybe a yard at the most.
It was an interesting. They
It
had
was.
him under center and had the fullback super close to him, and he really just took a one-step drop and was trying to follow the fullback into the hole. It's almost like it was such a quick draw that there wasn't time for the line to get any push or for the play to develop. It was interesting. The only time he's been under center also, so maybe a key that Mount St. Mary saw in film.
Cooper Bullard, bottom of your screen, wide to the right. Motion to the near side, looking for Bullard. Quarterback in trouble, loses the football. That's a free football. Scooped up, Mount St. Mary on the recovery. Number 22 is Kason Fisher. And Fisher is going to take it all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they lost the grip of the football. And coming up and making the recovery was Kason Fisher, and he just picked it up, scooped it, scoop and score, taking it all the way in for the touchdown.
Excellent job there by Fisher to pick the ball up, and in fact, he breaks a tackle on the fumble return. Really, Mount St. Mary lucky as he was about to go into the end zone. One of the Rockets blocked a guy in the back at the 5-yard line, 5 yards behind the play, but the referee wise did not throw the flag. So Mount St. Mary with a fumble return, and so special teams has played a huge part in this game. On all 3 scores, Steve, we had a kickoff, opening kick return for a touchdown, a bad snap on a punt, set CHA up inside the 5, and now a fumble return for a touchdown.
Wade keeps it, trying to run it inside, ducks it in, and gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So with 2:35 left to go here in the first quarter of play, Christian Heritage started quick. They led it 16-0, but a scoop and score fumble return for a touchdown. And the Rockets are on the board. They now trail 16-8. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week right here on Your View.
Because practice pays off. Because it's better to give than to receive. Because there's no place like home. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money, with innovative services that let you focus on what's most important. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Welcome back to Crusader Field, as we're bringing you high school football action tonight. 4A, Mount St. Mary. 3A, Christian Heritage. And Mount St. Mary was able to get the scoop and score fumble return for a touchdown to make it a 16-8 ball game. He steps out of bounds on the return there, did Zach Hale. And so the Crusaders will set it up 1st and 10. Looks like they're going to spot it at their own 17-yard line.
What? It's interesting. That ball was definitely heading out of bounds. If Hale lets that bounce, that goes out of bounds and they get the ball at the 35 or 40, but instead he receives it, can't keep his toes in bounds, and instead costs his team 18 yards in field position. Steve, this game, for being 16-8, does not have a whole lot of flow to it. It's kind of been some, big plays, sloppy plays that have turned into big plays, and neither team, I think, has established anything about what they want to do necessarily tonight.
Quarterback is Camden Cargill. Straight ahead give. Going to get a couple yards, about 4 on the carry. .218 left to go here in this first quarter of play. sixth possession of this first quarter. Christian Heritage and their possessions have scored on the opening kickoff, scored the next time they had the football, and then fumbled it away to Mount St. Mary, and they scored on the fumble return. So each one of their possessions has resulted in a touchdown, just not always for their own team. Here's a dump over the middle. Pass is caught. That's first down yardage and then some, out across to the 40-yard line. That was a nice move.
Yeah, Caleb Korf catching the ball right near the marker. Get a good job turning upfield, seeing the tackler. Does a nice job with a little bit of an in cut and allows himself to pick up an extra 12 to 13 yards. Great job by Korf to turn around and see in his rear view the defender coming, was able to put the ball away, and CHA now up to the 40-yard line.
New set of downs for the Crusaders. Low snap, Cargill takes it. Runner is hit in the backfield. That's Bridge Bullard, and he's going nowhere. Loss on the play, going to be about 2 or 3 yards, and that'll bring up a second down, call it 13.
Riley Lowry also plays running back, playing nose guard in this one. Penetrates up the middle. From his linebacker position, penetrates up the middle and a little bit of a run blitz, hits it, the running back in the backfield and knocks him down. And excellent job there. First time, CHA's got negative yards on a rush tonight, so Mount St. Mary's making a play in the backfield.
Second down and 12. Cargill, again, low snap, takes it, runs straight up the middle. He'll get about 4, maybe 5 yards on the play as he gets it out close to the 45, and that'll bring up third down and 5. So maybe a gain of 7, actually, on the play as the final seconds tick down here in this first quarter.
Steve, I couldn't tell if that was going to be a jet sweep or a fake jet sweep, but certainly the receiver was running across as the quarterback got it, but the low snap prevented that, which is why Cargill may have run right away, but that's back-to-back low snaps. So in an offense like CHA where there's some misdirection, some ball movement, some quick release out of the quarterback's hands, certainly you want to get the snap on the money.
Third down and 5. Have to get the snap off before the end of the quarter. Cargill rolling, throwing, got his man wide open downfield. Caught inside the 10-yard line. That's Korf again, and he was wide open, and he's going to be spotted down all the way at the 11-yard line in Rocket territory.
Kevin Coleman bit on the out and up, and Korf got behind the defenders. An excellent job there by Cargill. A lot of times quarterbacks will try to put that ball on the money and lead his receiver. Instead, he put a lot of air under it, allowed his receiver to make sure he caught it, and Korf does haul it in and get it down deep inside Mount St. Mary territory.
All right, we'll see what they can do with it when we return. First quarter is in the books, and right now it's the Crusaders. They lead it 16-8. It's game time on Your View, your Oklahoma Ford dealers game of the week.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your 2 favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazio's.
Because an open road is always calling your name. Because life is sweet. Because every moment counts. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money. With convenient services that help you maximize the joys in life. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your 2 favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazio's.
Along with Brian Burchell and Bobby Rose, Mark Jeffries, Steve Marshall with you tonight. And right now the Christian Heritage Crusaders right at the 11-yard line as Cargill drops the throw towards the corner of the end zone, incomplete. Trying to hook up there with Bridge Bullard. Incomplete on the defense of the play was Grady Glass, a young sophomore.
Bullard cut in, and Cargill was expecting him to break out. Miscommunication there almost led to an interception for Grady Glass, and had Grady Glass caught that, Steve, I don't know if anybody would have caught him.
Right.
He had a head start down the right sideline. I think he would have gone.
Brings up second down and 10. They can get a first down without getting into the end zone. They get it just inside the 1 without scoring. Bridge Bullard wide to the right. Korf is in the slot right. And down here at the bottom of your screen is Jaden Tyson. Quarterback fakes the pitch, keeps it himself, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Christian Heritage. Camden Cargill kept it himself, took it up the middle and into the end zone.
And there was a good snap. They faked the jet sweep, which is what we had talked about earlier on this drive in the first quarter. Cargill fakes a jet sweep, finds a hole, and just runs it up the middle. Excellent job again by the Crusader offensive line to set some holes. And the third touchdown early for the Crusaders is, again, they will go for 2.
Cargill keeps it himself, runs into the end zone, gets the touchdown to make it 22-8. And now they'll line up for the apparent 2-point conversion attempt. Send a man in motion and pitch it that way. Cuts it back, spins, twists, dives for the goal line, gets in. Did he not? He did. Well, one official says he did, one says no, and the referee finally comes up with the deciding factor, and he said no, he did not make it in. So, with 11:49 to go before halftime, our score, Christian Heritage on top of Mount St. Mary. They lead it 22-8. We'll take a timeout and be right back.
Get into something good, like Brahms Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae.
Get into something good.
2 big dips of Brahms Premium Vanilla Ice Cream. Rich and creamy hot fudge. A shower of toasted almonds. Whipped cream and a cherry. Now you've got something good. A Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae. Every day's a Sunday at your neighborhood Brahms.
Get into something good.
Welcome back to Crusader Field. Crusaders getting ready to kick off again after they scored their 3rd touchdown of the night. Camden Cargill with a TD run after 2 nice completions to Caleb Korf. One of those a 50-yarder that got him down inside the 10-yard line, and they were able to take it in from there. Cargill into the end zone. And now they lead it by a score of 22-8. We're just underway here in the second quarter. Ball again flat. They kick it. It's scooped up and taken down at about the 41-yard line. Return man there, number 29, was Colton Cox, and that's where the Rockets will put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line.
So I guess the thinking is there with those kind of kicks, there'll be no big returns. And when the ball's spinning that way, it can often take a funny bounce. And, of course, the ball is always live on the kickoffs.
So you can understand some of their thinking in it. Take those percentages, apply them. First down handoff in the backfield, gain of about 3, and then stacked up there. Ball carrier Colton Cox, the junior running back.
Finally, some positive yardage on first down for Mount St. Mary's, getting themselves, not behind the chain, so that will help them, and we'll see.
Tanner Wade is going to go down that time. Couple of different Crusaders in there. Caleb Korf in there. Also number 60 for Christian Heritage. That's Josh Condore.
And obviously Korf had the big reception there to set up the touchdown on the last possession, but he's done most of his damage tonight on defense with his 2nd sack of the ball game.
3rd down and 14. Mount St. Mary trying to keep the drive alive, roll it to the left, throw, pass is knocked away. That's a nice defensive play there by Zach Hale. It's incomplete, and that'll bring up a 4th down situation.
Great coverage out there on the outside as the pass was a little bit wide. It looked like it was going to be short of the sticks anyway, so again, Mount St. Mary's going to have to punt the ball back. By the way, James Washington has caught a touchdown pass already for the Oklahoma State Cowboys as they play on a Friday night down in Mobile, Alabama.
A lot of other good high school matchups. We'll try our best to. Oh, here's another snap that goes between the punter's legs. Tries to get out of trouble. Loses it again. Picked up and into the end zone. Touchdown, Christian Heritage. How about that? Number 68, Will Hubert. Scoop and score for 6.
Will's not a fat guy, but in the business we call that a fat guy touchdown. He wears the fat guy number 68. So Hubert, a guy who doesn't handle the ball much, had it just sitting on the ground, and a can of corn as he picks it up and scores. And that's twice now, Steve, that Mount St. Mary has had trouble with the punt, the snap of a punt. And last time it led to a score, 2 plays later. This time it leads to a score directly as Hubert picks it up, and quickly CHA has blown this game open.
28-8. 2-point conversion yet to come. You've got Cargill at the quarterback spot. Zach Hale is in the backfield. This time they're going to roll it out to the right, looking to dump underneath, and the pass is caught.
Are you okay?
Pass is caught, and it's in for the 2-point conversion, and that now makes it 30-8 in favor of the Crusaders. They're taking advantage of everything that comes their way, and they lead it by 22. We'll take a timeout and come back with more for you right here on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event, offering 0% for 60 months on the brand with the highest owner loyalty, America's best-selling brand, and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers. Like 0% financing for 60 months on all Ford cars, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, homestanding Christian Heritage is taking advantage of every opportunity that has come their way. And now they lead it by a score of 30-8. We're just underway here in the second quarter. On the kickoff, ball was fielded at about the 22-yard line. Rockets trying to get to the outside. On the return, number 21 is David Federici. And he gets out of bounds, and the Rockets will return to the field. But, man, when you return to the field and you've given up a couple touchdowns since the last time you were out there, it's kind of hard to get real fired up about it.
Yeah, Mount St. Mary going to have to do something here defensively with offensively here with decent field position, try to get themselves back in the ballgame. Still plenty of time in this quarter. I think you've got to find a way, maybe try to cut it to 2 scores or less before you get to the break. Ooh.
Good job there picking up the blitz, looking to throw to somebody, anybody, nobody, and he's going to be taken down. A sack there for Christian Heritage, number 60, Josh Condre.
So Condre blows up the fake to the running back and runs right through him and then decides, you know what, I'll go get the quarterback while I'm at it. So Condre with a great play there on defense. Looks like we have a timeout for the Rockets here as they're, I guess, not a sack because the quarterback got back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they got to talk about it. This was supposed to be a good matchup. Mount St. Mary had gotten off to their start by winning their first game of the season. Christian Heritage had won their first 2. Mount St. Mary coming off their most successful football season in probably a couple of decades. And we're looking to show better than what they have so far tonight. But numerous mistakes, especially on the special teams, have really hurt them. And, you know, you got to credit Crusaders for what they've been able to do. When you have those opportunities presented to you, you need to take advantage of them. And so far to this point, Brian, they have certainly done that and then some.
And that's what makes it even more frustrating is a lot of the scores that you've given up to CHA are self-inflicted. You feel like you're down 22, and it's all because of what you've done. And that's not to take any credit away from CHA, but if you're in the mind of the coaching staff at Mount St. Mary's, it's kind of like, let's force these guys to have to drive the field on us. Instead, we've allowed 2 special teams touchdowns and a 5-yard field off another special teams mistake. So, 24 of your 30 points are resulted because of your own mistakes in the special teams game.
Second down and 10. And a handoff and dropped immediately. As soon as he got the ball, he was hit. Dropped on the play, and right now the Crusaders and their coaching staff have to love the way that their boys are playing right now.
Aiden Ferguson with the play in the backfield, and we mentioned it earlier, but CHA is just absolutely dominating the line of scrimmage right now in the trenches. They are winning on both the offensive and defensive line. Almost every play, there's a Crusader in the backfield.
Plenty of time on the play clock as it ticks down to just 10. Wade checks with the clock, takes the snap, drops the football. Picks it up, rolling to his left. Flag comes out. Long throw down the field, has a receiver. The pass is caught, but we've got a penalty flag way back at the line of scrimmage, and I got a feeling this one's coming back.
Looks like it was holding. It was thrown by the umpire who stands in the linebacker position from behind the play, and as quarterback was rolling left, looked like one of the linemen grabbed. Yep, to allow the quarterback to get free, and that's the call.
Well, Mount St. Mary can't get out of their own way right now. Good job by the quarterback. He noticed his receiver had gotten behind the defender. Got him the football. It was a big gain on the play, but coming back for the holding call. So now the line of scrimmage is going to be all the way back to just beyond the 10-yard line. And they need to get to the 40, so it's 3rd and 30. Long way to go. They get the clock all straightened out. 9:03 clock running left to go here first half. Rockets facing a 3rd and long. Pump fake. Looking left, now throwing deep. Going for the big man downfield. Jeffries has it. Pass is caught. Big play there.
Well, that's one of those deals where you got a guy that's 6'5" on the outside, throw it up to him. It was in double coverage, but that ball was perfect. Dropped into a bucket. Jeffries did a great job of, when he was running shielding, he slowed his tracks so the defender could not get over through his body and shielded him and let the ball drop down into the bucket. And an excellent job there as Mount St. Mary's converts on a 3rd and forever.
Yeah, how about that?
And gets into CHA territory.
This time a little swing pass underneath. Trying to come back was Jeffries. Looks like he made the catch, but slipped to his knees as he was going down, so no gain on the play.
Interesting. Generally, after a guy goes deep like that, you don't come right back to him. Go to Jeffries, and he stumbles there, and for no gain.
Second down and 10. Rockets. Low snap again. Over the middle, pass is incomplete. Looked like he was trying to throw the ball that time to Ruben Stewart. Had a crowd there. A couple defensive players, another receiver in the area. Pass goes incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd and 10. What a great night for football. And, of course, a lot of folks hoping that tomorrow is going to be a great day of football as well.
Some really big games tomorrow night.
3rd and 10 for the Rockets. Wade, little swing pass out of the backfield. Cuts back. Nice open field tackle there by the Crusaders coming up and making the hit. Number 23 was Cooper Bullard. That'll bring up 4th down. You're kind of in a 4-down territory situation, especially trailing as they are by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, nice job recognizing the blitz off the weak side there and throwing the screen pass out into it. Picking up an easy 6 yards before there was even any contact made, and we got a big 4th down conversion. This is one, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but Mount St. Mary's needs this one.
Yeah, they really do. Trips to the left side. Tanner Wade dropping the throw. Passes too tall. Intended here on the near side for number 7, Jacob Laughlin. Incomplete. So that'll turn the ball over on downs. Back over to Christian Heritage with 7:20 left to go here in the first quarter. Crusaders leading at 30-8.
Some early scores from some other games, Steve. We said we'd get some. Mustang up 20-0 over Norman. Norman North leads UConn 11-7. It's an odd football score. Stillwater Stillwell leads Heavener 21-7. Guthrie, who started 0-2 and really was not competitive in either one of those games, is now up 24-0 in their game. So there's some early scores for you. And Bixby leading Bentonville, Arkansas 21-0. And how about Union last night? 59 to, what was it, 30 or 40 over Jinx? And Jinx has struggled this year. I think that's 0-3 for the Trojans.
0-3 for the Trojans, and a lot of speculation is this will be the last year for Coach Ellen Trimble. Here comes the blitz off the weak side. They hit the quarterback as he's going back to throw, and that's going to be a turnover and give the ball back to the Rockets right at the 30-yard line. Big play for Mount St. Mary coming up with the football there for the Rockets, number 62. That's Charlie Lane.
Cargill was about to throw, and as he was taking the ball back, it was unprotected. Got hit in the arm with a helmet. Ball comes loose, and there's the big play Mount St. Mary needs. Now let's see if they, Steve, can capitalize on a CHA mistake. CHA is capitalized on all of the mistakes by Mount St. Mary. Can Mount St. Mary do the same thing?
So 1st and 10. Let's see what the Rockets can do with it. Got to take advantage whenever the occasion comes up, and here's a nice running play as they give it to number 29, Colton Cox. He goes over the right side, picks up about 6 on the carry, and that'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Nice job there, getting positive yards on first down. I think that's the first thing that Mount St. Mary needs to focus on to give themselves success.
Here's another running play. This one straightforward, will pick up a few more yards down to about the 28-yard line. Needs to get, or to the 24-yard line, actually. Needs to get to the 21, so call it 3rd and 3 coming up for the Rockets. And they really need to get this possession into the end zone.
Probably 2-down territory at this point.
See how the Rockets want to play it as they roll way to the left side. Looks like he's running all the way. Waited for something to break open, but it never really did. Look for that cutback lane. Couldn't find one, Brian. It looks like he's going to be short, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, wanted to cut back, then tried to race to the outside and is knocked out of bounds for no gain. And, last time they went trips to the short side and singled out to the Y, which they're doing again, and he had his receiver open, just overthrowing Jacob Laughlin. We'll see if they go to that. Also, see if they can use the height advantage there at the top of your screen in number 11, Jeffrey. So, couple of options on. My guess is they're going to try to throw the ball here.
It's a running play. Straight ahead, and he got stuffed. He got about a yard, and then he was driven straight back. Didn't see who it was exactly. But that's going to be a turnover on downs to give it back to the Crusaders.
I believe it was 65, A.J. Sosa, and I was wrong. But the reason, Steve, I thought they would throw it is because they've had little success running the ball. CHA's done a great job living in the backfield. And again, CHA lives in the backfield and makes a big play to stop the run. So Mount St. Mary creates a big play on defense but cannot convert by picking up even one 1st down on offense.
So the Crusaders come out with 6:08 left to go here in this first half of play. They lead it 30-8 is our score. From directly under center, Cargill keeps it straight ahead, and he's going to get about 8 yards out of the play before he's finally brought down there by number 20 for the Mount St. Mary Rockets.
Did you see that formation? Only 3 down linemen underneath them. They had split out the other 2 tackles, which as long as they're on the line of scrimmage, that's a legal formation. What happens is you have some ineligible receivers if they go downfield, but what it did is it spread the Mount St. Mary defense out, and so Cargill just went right up the middle. That was something out of Bill Belichick playbook.
Yeah. They give him 8 on the carry, 2nd down and 2. Cargill, handoff. Right side, Zach Hale on the carry. Looks like he's probably got enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, let's see here. No, they're calling it 3rd down. Golly, it looked from where we're sitting, it does look like I'm surprised they're not at least. Now they're going to measure. I was saying, you'd think that they'd at least measure that. It's pretty close.
Yep. So they'll take a look with 5:09 left to go on the clock. Exciting high school football here on Game Time, your view, your Oklahoma Ford Dealers game of the week. So happy to bring you all the action here this evening, and joining all the other the Cox Cable
Wow.
affiliates, and that's going to be just enough by the nose of the football to give them a first down. May not seem like a lot, but that gives you certain, leeway on how you're going to call your plays now with a new 1st and 10, new set of downs.
Absolutely, and allows you to milk some more clock, too, on this drive and try to make this the last possession and a half, and hopefully it ends in points for CHA.
Crusaders come to the line of scrimmage. Tight end on the left side. Single setback. Cargill rolls out, throws it underneath. Wide open is Hale. Hale's got first down yardage, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. And a first down for the Crusaders.
Hale was lined up on the side of the field where the bootleg went to. Stephen, as the defense and the offense flowed that way in the linebackers, Hale came across the field, and so as the boot went back to the left, Hale was wide open underneath and an easy pass and catch, an easy first down conversion.
So the line of scrimmage will be right at the 48-yard line in Christian Heritage territory. Got two receivers in the slot on the top of your screen. Now they send a man in motion. Here comes the blitz up the middle, screen pass.
Oh, nice job there by Jeffries to read the screen pass and stay inside. It was set up if he gets past that initial defender.
Got the pass to Bridge Bullard. Only got about 3 yards on the carry off the pass reception, and now it's Bridge Bullard kind of gimpy coming off the field.
When you saw the blitzers come free up the middle and it was a screen pass, that's usually the recipe for a big play, but Jeffrey's doing a good job of getting off his block and making a play to keep that to a minimal gain.
2nd down and 7. Cargill steps up, delivers, passes complete. First down yardage, and once again it's Zach Hale.
Hale with his second reception on the drive and another first down, and CHA putting a little drive together with just over 3.5 to go in this first half.
Clock stopped, 3:49 left to go here before halftime. Crusaders trying to add to that 22-point lead. Carson Bullard, the sophomore, near side of your screen. Here comes a running play. Hale nearly had it blown up, and that's a nice tackle out there by number 21, David Federici. As he dropped him in his tracks, makes the tackle on the play.
Riley Lauer from his linebacking position came up and blew up the play initially. It looked like they weren't even going to get the handoff. And as you mentioned, a great job there by Federici to come in and finish off the play. And a loss for the Crusaders.
So now 2nd and 13. Denver Reimer is wide to the left, near side. And in the slot is Jaden Tyson. See what the Crusaders dial up here on a 2nd down and 13. Again, blitz. Stepping up, in trouble, gets rid of it. Nice catch. But in order to catch it, lost his balance. Only gained a yard or two on the reception there. Number 9 was Carson Bullard, but that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 12. Really only give him 1 yard in the play.
Looked like the blitzing linebacker on the right side of the formation, top of the screen, may have gotten across early, but officials don't call it, and he got back in the backfield and blew up the play. So 3rd down and 12 and a big stop here from Mount St. Mary if they can get it. And it's probably 2-down territory for CHA, but a big stop if they could get it to keep this at 22 points.
Hendrickson, Tyson, Bullard all to the right. Cargill looking, throwing downfield, has a man open. A little behind him. Incomplete, intended out there for Jaden Tyson. That'll bring up a 4th down.
Cargill's got a really good arm. That ball was thrown on a line about 35 yards downfield. You mentioned he was trying to fit it in a window between the safety and the cornerback. Tyson kept running it around. A lot of times on those, a quarterback's throwing it to a window, and it's the receiver's job kind of to sit down. But the ball a little bit high and a little bit wide and unable to connect. It looks like that they will punt the football.
So dropping back to take care of the punting duties is Hutch Hendrickson. Stands at his own 48-yard line, ready to get a foot into it. Snap is back in fine shape. Kicks it high and short. See what kind of bounce he gets. A favorable bounce, a very favorable bounce. And it'll stop dead at about the 15-yard line. So only a 24-yard punt, but it gets him deeper into Mount St. Mary territory, and just a minute 52 left for the Rockets to do any further damage and get this game any closer.
Well, yeah, and CHA has all 3 timeouts, so if Mount St. Mary's just is going to try to run the clock here, you got to expect CHA to use their timeouts. Mount St. Mary's had trouble in the punting game, so you try to force them to punt. You know you're going to probably get pretty good field position, so it'll be interesting to see if CHA is aggressive on defense here and using their timeouts.
Rockets take over, pitch it to the left side. Looking for some running room. Gets past the initial line of scrimmage and out across and first down yardage. Nice carry there by number 29, Colton Cox.
Excellent hold there on the sweep play. Cox running hard and picks up a first down, so CHA will have to wait. Now it'll be interesting, does Mount St. Mary hurry here, or do they let some clock run?
Well, they're not in a hurry.
Nor should they be. That first down forces CHA to save one of their timeouts.
Quarterback keeper, Wade. And he's going to get out close to first down yardage once again.
So finally some running lanes opening up for Mount St. Mary. They have not had them all night, but on back-to-back plays, they pick up 11 and then 9 here. And second and short. So CHA will not use timeouts now, obviously, because it's a manageable pickup.
Second and 1. Little toss to the outside here. Pass caught, dropped. And that's going to be questionable as to whether or not he got that first down yardage necessary.
There is a flag down, maybe holding on a receiver. We'll see.
Okay. That's what you got apparently. Yes.
So now it'll be second down again with under a minute. You got to figure Mount St. Mary's may try to run some clock here. We'll see if CHA uses timeouts now.
Well, it looks like Mount St. Mary is going to take a timeout, actually, with 59 seconds remaining in this first half of play. 30-8 is our score. And as we take a look at these two teams and what they'll be looking at down the road as far as Christian Heritage is concerned, after their game here tonight with Mount St. Mary, they will host Oklahoma Christian next week in their contest. You got some scores too?
Yeah, I got some scores if you want some of those. Lincoln Christian's now up 10-7 on Holland Hall. Norman High scores to trim the Mustang lead to 20-7. So that's big for the Norman Tigers, who were very competitive last week against their arch rival. Let's see what else we got here. Lawton's up 29-7 on Lawton Mac. Interesting score there from down that way. So several good games going on around the state, and we'll certainly keep you updated.
Second down and 9. Eludes the rush, but he can't stay away, and he is finally taken down. Sack on the play. Sosa in on the tackle for Christian Heritage. Ball now going to be spotted all the way back at the 21-yard line, and can't imagine that they're going to be wanting to stop the clock here.
Yeah, it looks like CHA is content to let the clock run out as well.
They have to like where they are.
Yep.
Mount St. Mary is going to figure to get out of here down 22. Given everything that's happened here in the early going, probably doesn't look so bad right now. They do have to snap it, though, before the end of the half. Handoff straight ahead
if I'm CHA, I call timeout here and force them to punt it. They've had trouble punting, but CHA is going to be allow them to just be in the half.
That'll do it.
Surprising there.
All right, so the first half is in the books. Christian Heritage Crusaders, they have the best of it. They lead it by a score of 30-8. It's your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. It's game time, and it's right here on Your View. We'll be back.
Get into something good, like Brahms Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae.
Get into something good. Something good.
2 big dips of Brahms Premium Vanilla Ice Cream. Rich and creamy hot fudge. A shower of toasted almonds. Whipped cream and a cherry. Now you've got something good. A Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae. Every day's a Sunday at your neighborhood Brahms.
Get into something good.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event, offering 0% for 60 months on the brand with the highest owner loyalty. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers. Like 0% financing for 60 months on all Ford cars, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Oklahoma. It's in our name. We are Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance. We're here when skies are blue and when you need us most. We are where you are, with offices in all 77 counties. From our urban streets to our winding country roads, we've been protecting Oklahoma since 1946, so you can focus on what really matters. We're the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better.
Halftime on Game Time is brought to you by the Oklahoma Farm Bureau, the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better. Tune in each week as we bring you some of the best players in the nation all fall long.
Welcome back, everybody. Christian Heritage cheerleading squad performing for the folks here at halftime. Not sure of my dates, but I know the cheerleading state championships will be coming around here pretty soon. And always a great time to get up and watch the girls participate and compete. Along with Brian Burchell, Steve Marshall here this evening. Excited to bring you all the action tonight on Your View. It's game time tonight. Christian Heritage got off to the good start. They received the opening kickoff. They lateral passed on that opening kickoff to the other side of the field. Caught it well in stride. It was perfectly executed. They took it in for the touchdown, and they led it early by a score of 8-0. They added to that lead after they forced Mount St. Mary to punt. Went on top 16-0, and then later also returned a fumble for a touchdown. Mount St. Mary was able to get on the scoreboard there late in that second quarter of play to bring us to where we are right now, a halftime score of 30-8. So good quick start here for Christian Heritage tonight, Brian. And, you get the idea that Mount St. Mary, if they get everything figured out and they can come back and make a game of this, but special teams, defense is where Christian Heritage is winning it right now.
Yeah, you're right, the big plays. But as we mentioned, Mount St. Mary does have the ball to start the second half, so an opportunity to go down and potentially put points on the board and get themselves back in the ball game. 30-16 would be very doable. So, an opportunity for Mount St. Mary to get back in the game. They've got to find a way to create big plays because certainly CHA has created the big plays, so far tonight. So that's where we're at halftime.
All right, so we'll continue our coverage here on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. It is game time on Your View. Brian Burchell, Steve Marshall, Bobby Rose, Mark Jeffries, and the crew bringing you all the action tonight from Crusader Field, where the Crusaders lead the Rockets right now 30-8. We'll take a timeout, come back with more halftime coverage for you in just a bit.
Oklahoma. It's in our name. We are Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance. We're here when skies are blue and when you need us most. We are where you are, with offices in all 77 counties. From our urban streets to our winding country roads, we've been protecting Oklahoma since 1946, so you can focus on what really matters. We're the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event, offering 0% for 60 months on the most 5-star safety-rated vehicles. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers, like 0% financing for 60 months on all Ford SUVs, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Because an open road is always calling your name. Because life is sweet. Because every moment counts. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money. With convenient services that help you maximize the joys in life. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Thanks for joining us here tonight from Crusader Field at Christian Heritage, where the Crusaders lead the Mount St. Mary Rockets by a score of 30-8. We're at the halftime intermission here tonight on just a beautiful evening here in Oklahoma. Weather has been outstanding and looks like it will continue for several more days. You got some score updates for us there, Brian?
Sure. Let's start in NCAA football for people who are watching us and not the game. Oklahoma State currently leading South Alabama 17-0. They are getting ready to attempt a 42-yarder to go up 20-0. Worthy there. Mason Rudolph sets the Oklahoma State career passing record with just a few seconds ago. He's got 9,252 yards. Whedon had 9,250. So to the high school ranks, Broken Arrow and Owasso are tied at 7. Elgin leads Marlowe 7-6. Let's see here what else. Claremont Sequoia scores, and they lead now 19-15 over Fort Gibson. Carl Albert is leading Ada 16-6. Noble is up 7-6 over Chickasha. And McGinnis, wow, on the road at their arch-rival Bishop Kelly, all over the Comets, 28-7 up in Tulsa.
Wow.
So there's some scores of note for you from around the state.
All right, 30-8 is our score here. The Crusaders of Christian Heritage right now with the lead over the Mount St. Mary Rockets. We're going to take a timeout. We'll continue our halftime show and get ready for second half action right here on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. Stay with us. Welcome back to Christian Heritage Crusader Field here on Your View tonight. It is the game of the week, brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Christian Heritage right now on top of Mount St. Mary, leading it by a score of 30-8 for Christian Heritage. All except for one or two plays. They played a pretty clean first half. Mount St. Mary, not so much. Couple of bad snaps to kickers and turnovers here and there. So Mount St. Mary going to have to get things all in order. We've seen that they have some big play capability. Now, whether or not they're able to carry that out here in the second half is yet to be seen. I think that's going to be probably telltale of the game.
You bet, and you see a 30-8 score, Steve, and you think you've seen some explosive offense. Well, it's been quite the contrary. It's really been a defensive battle. Christian Heritage scored on a kick return. They scored after a fumble punt, a drive of 5 yards, and scored again on a fumble recovery for a touchdown. And, in fact, their only long drive that led to a touchdown was the result of a 50-yard pass play, one big play. So both defenses, and, of course, Mount St. Mary scoring on a fumble recovery as well. So both defenses have played very, very well. It's the mistakes for Mount St. Mary that have cost them thus far. And so if they can clean that up and strike a big play or two, they might find themselves back in the game. But they certainly have showed the defensive capability to keep CHA from scoring if they can limit their mistakes in the kicking games.
Crusaders will kick it off to begin this second half. Christian Heritage in their navy tops with the gray pants and the white helmets. Mount St. Mary in their white jerseys and pants with the blue numbers. And a good kickoff, going to go all the way back to about the 12-yard line. That's where the Rockets will bring it out. Try to go up the middle, slows his progress, and gets out across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 for Mount St. Mary.
CHA for the first time tonight using a tee on the kickoff. That one got up in the air. They've been doing the flat squib kick for most of the evening, so kicking it deep and pinning Mount St. Mary a little further back at the 28-yard line.
Mount St. Mary, week one, Tanner Wade, 14 of 26, threw for 239 yards, 2 TDs and 2 interceptions. Here's pitches to the right side. Running room, but then spilled along that left side. The ball carrier, Colton Cox, once again, and a good job defensively as they dropped him in his tracks.
Yeah, Zach Hale, great job coming up and making the tackle low and with force, and so it'll be forced a 2nd down and 8 for the Rockets.
Just underway here in the third quarter. Quick drop-off pass to the far side is complete. That's Jeffries.
Going to be near the sticks. Looks like they're going to mark him out. Oh, about a yard shy. Be pretty close, but it looks like about a yard shy to a half a yard shy. So 3rd down and short here for the Rockets. And CHA in these short yard situations have gotten in the backfield. Let's see if Mount St. Mary can block him up front.
Need a yard here on 3rd and short. Straight ahead run.
He's going to
good
second
surge.
Effort.
Yeah, second effort. He's got it.
CHA had stopped him originally, Steve, but the second effort they're able to fall forward, and that's all they needed. So a 1st down and moving the chains.
It's the way that Mount St. Mary wanted to start this second half. Put together a sustained drive. Of course, you'll take a touchdown if you can score it in the first 30 seconds, but
absolutely.
In this case, you're just going to look to grind it out here. 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line as Wade looking down the middle, throws, pass is complete for about a 6-yard gain as he's able to hook up there. Pass completion to number 6, and that's Kyle Woods.
Great throw there. The linebacker was coming up to make the play, but Wade had put just enough juice on that one to sneak it in there, and a 5-yard completion there for the Rockets.
Pulls it, throws it right side across midfield. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and once again, the completion there to Kyle Woods. That's going to be good enough for a 1st down. Move the sticks.
This is the start I believe Mount St. Mary wanted in the first half, Steve. They look a lot more crisp. They're mixing some run and some pass. And certainly Wade looks really good back there, looks comfortable, has completed a couple balls, and they're across midfield.
Wade takes the snap. Now throws deep down the middle for Laughlin, and it's intercepted. Taken away, Bridge Bullard went up in the crowd along with Jacob Laughlin, and Bullard came away with the interception, and Christian Heritage will take over.
Well, we just talked about sustaining a drive, looking to get a big play, and it was in the hands of the receiver, Jacob Laughlin, but then Bullard took it right out of those hands, and the big interception there for CHA.
That truly was a case of who wanted it more.
Yep, absolutely right.
Because it was anybody's football, and he just pulled it away and tucked it away, and Christian Heritage comes away with the football. And they'll start this drive from their own 18-yard line, 1st and 10. Already on top, leading 30-8. Cargill. Quick slant. Ooh. One of those that goes out of the receiver's hands, just lays there for a brief second, nearly intercepted, but the pass falls incomplete. Number 22, Kason Fisher for Mount St. Mary was right there. Could have come away with the interception, but it fell harmlessly to the ground.
Interesting to see CHA starting the second half with the throw there. They were successful on the ground and with the lead. They're trying to get aggressive.
Running play, big hole up the middle, quickly closed. Good job there defensively. Coming up was Fisher, as he's going to get about 6-7 yards on that carry. And that'll bring up 3rd down and short.
Yeah, 3rd and 4 here for CHA, and imagine we'll see some sort of pass. They've kind of gone away from that option pass game they were running earlier. May see something like that, but a different running back in the backfield here on this 3rd down.
Cargill going to go up top looking for Hale. Hale in traffic. 2 defenders there for Mount St. Mary to knock it away. Among those, number 10, it was Tanner Wade, the quarterback, also doing double duty there on the defensive side, and Colton Cox.
Good stop there by Mount St. Mary, the 3 and out that they needed. Now they're going to get the ball back in good field position and an opportunity maybe to continue with the momentum that they started to gain on that last drive to open the 3rd quarter.
4th down and about 4. Punting situation, high kick, good boot. Going to hit right around midfield, take a bounce for the Crusaders, and they'll actually down it at about the 45-yard line in Mount St. Mary territory. So good field position once again for the Crusaders.
So can Mount St. Mary now mount some sort of comeback? A little pun for you there.
Yeah.
But, no, in all seriousness, they've got the ball at the 45, about where they were when they threw the interception. So really all that happened is a minute ran off the clock, a minute and a half ran off the clock. So an opportunity now for the Mount to put together something and get back in this ball game.
From the Crusaders' 45-yard line, Wade over the middle, behind the intended receiver, incomplete. Trying to hook up there with number 6, Kyle Woods, a little behind the intended receiver. Single running back in the backfield.
A lot of room to run if he takes off.
Wade steps up, finds the receiver, but the line judge says he had a foot out of bounds when he caught it. Incomplete is the ruling on the play.
Excellent job there by Wade to scramble. Saw the linebacker came up, so then throw it to the receiver that was occupied, but they're going to say, yeah, it had to be out of bounds because he didn't juggle the catch for sure. So he must have been stepping out of bounds before he made the catch.
So 3rd and 10 coming up, 9:19 remaining to go here, third quarter. Wade takes the snap out of the backfield, throws to the running back who will pick up a couple of yards, get inside the 40, well, maybe right at the 40-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play.
4th and 5. Don't see any new personnel coming on the field. I'm going to imagine they're going to go for this. And the middle of the field's been open for Mount St. Mary. There's a little 6-7 yard stick route. And they've thrown outside now twice. Be interesting to see, especially with the pressure CHA's brought. They've blitzed a lot of linebackers. So with only having to pick up 5 yards, that may be an option in the middle of the field.
So 4th down and 5. Wade dropping the throw. He's going deep, far left side. All that's there is a defensive back, and it's intercepted. And really, you could look at it as though it were a punt.
Yeah.
Cooper Bullard will come up with the interception. They'll get the ball at about their own 17 or 18-yard line.
Almost a deal. It's hard when you're a high school kid to not take that interception, but we obviously would have been better off just letting that thing fall to the ground. I think Wade thought his outside receiver was going to go. His outside receiver was only about 6 yards downfield, and so miscommunication there. But hard to say, but yeah, almost a negative play for CHA. They lose 23 yards as a result of an interception.
Right. So Crusaders back out on the field. Cargill, the quarterback, in the backfield. And we've got whistles first. Line judge is telling us that we've got an illegal procedure call against the offense. They'll move it back a couple of yards.
Got a skunk in the area too.
Boy.
there's some weeds and some fields there just to the opposite side of where we are, and ooh, nice stick.
Good play as they're able to drop the ball carrier. Clock is running with 8:45 left to go here in the third quarter of play.
Mount St. Mary's defense looking very good again in the second half. They played well outside that one big pass play there in the second quarter.
Quick out, complete, Hale. And he'll get close to first down yardage. Looks like he's a little shy.
It'll be 3rd and 1, so Mount St. Mary an opportunity here to get off the field again on a 3rd down. You'd have to imagine in their own territory. And with the lead, CHA would punt away should Mount St. Mary get a stop here.
Change out a few players on the Christian Heritage side of things. Checking in, number 12 is Reuben Stewart. Quick give up the middle. And there's the first down as Stewart had a good head of steam. Boy, he took off right up the middle and nice hole up front. Big guys did a good job opening up that hole.
Well, that was a quick burst. We've seen some bruisers and guys with some good speed, but Stewart certainly fresh legs maybe, but it looked like he was shot out of a cannon.
Yeah.
He had a much quicker burst, a smaller back, but obviously a guy that can bring some speed to the field. He's a little undersized, as you see there in the huddle, but Stewart with the burst breaks through the line and easily picks up the first down for the Crusaders.
Now from their own 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Cargill, right side, pass on time. About a 4 or 5 yard gain on the play, just keeping everybody honest.
You know, we talked about Cargill's arm strength earlier. He's a guy that's gotten some offers from some small colleges in the state, so a guy that will have the ability, if he chooses to play football at the next level. So certainly a poised quarterback, a guy that can deliver the ball on time. And you know, at this level, when you have, you know, these smaller classes, when you have a guy with the ability to play college football, that's certainly an advantage going up against, you know, the other teams in this class.
2nd down and 5. Handoff again up the middle. Stewart again, this time for about 3, maybe 4 yards. Still going to be shy, about 2-3 yards of the first down yardage necessary.
Another quick burst there for Stewart, but was wrapped up and could not get away. But great job getting to the line before contact was made, and 3rd and 3. And CHA's done really well tonight in their thirds and less than 5.
Bridge Bullard checks in. He's in the slot right. 3rd down and 2 for the Crusaders. Quarterback going to keep it, dive straight ahead, reach across the first down marker, and get the necessary yardage to give them a new set of downs.
So that was a slow developing play. It looked like the receiver that, you know, for the fake jet sweep was a little bit late getting there, and Cargill looked like he had to hold that ball a little longer than he wanted, but the line did a good job keeping their blocks and pick up the first down by half the football.
New set of downs. And now from their own 44-yard line, the Crusaders owning a 30-8 lead here over Mount St. Mary. Most of the scoring was done at the very beginning of this contest.
Absolutely.
Very first play of the game, kickoff return on a throwback pass. There's a little screen underneath that's going to be incomplete.
Great job out there by the defensive player. Oh, that's Jeffries. Blew up the defensive back and then blew up the receiver trying to catch the pass. So that inside screen never really had much of a chance. Davis trailing at the half to Sulphur 12-7. There's a surprise. Davis, of course, a team that...
I've been hearing some rumblings about Sulphur this year. Must be a pretty good ball club.
Yep.
Of course, anytime you're on top of Davis, you're doing a good job because they're always up there. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and he'll run into a brick wall there. Maybe got a half yard, nothing more. That's it.
Ever heard of a delay of game on a kickoff?
Delay of game on the kickoff? No, I don't think I ever have.
Piedmont tonight no, here's what's even better. It was a delay of game on the kickoff to open the second half.
So they weren't on the field yet?
So I'm not sure if they were on the field and they rep with a whistle or if they just weren't ready to go, but they took a delay game on the opening kickoff for the second half, not out of the folder for not something you see every day.
No. We'll find out more about that for sure. 3rd down, Cargill, quick pass.
Ooh, nice read.
And a good break up there on the far side by one of the Rocket defenders as he read that perfectly and knifed in there and jarred the ball loose.
David Federici, we said his name quite a bit tonight on defense. A great read there and almost could have potentially picked that off. So Excellent read by him, and Mount St. Mary's another stop. Their defense stands up again, and they'll get the ball back.
Dropping back to kick for Christian Heritage is Hutch Hendrickson. Takes the snap, does well to get it away, and kicks it straight up in the air. That is a 5-yard punt. He's going to get the benefit of the roll and maybe get 9 yards out of the whole thing. He kicked that thing straight up in the air, and he was fortunate that he got the 5 or 6 yard bounce that he got. Otherwise, it would have been about a 3-yard kick.
Had he not kicked it straight up in the air, it would have been blocked. I mean, he had to kick that straight in the air. It was going to be blocked. So the low snap, and man, we've seen some interesting things, to say the least, tonight in the special teams, especially in the punting game.
So good field position for the Rockets once again. And if they're going to entertain any thoughts about getting back in this contest, it needs to begin right here. Wade with the handoff. Cox runs over a would-be tackler, picks up 8 yards, gets down to the 45-yard line in Crusader territory.
That was a good burst there. A nice job of the hole. It looks like Mount St. Mary's is starting to settle in. Now, granted, we're late in the third quarter, but they've developed some running lanes in their last drive and successful there on first down. They weren't able to be successful on first down in the first half.
Running play again, this time not going to get too much. He'll maybe get the first down because he was only 2 yards shy. Referee does signal for the chain gang to move on down the field. 1st and 10 for the Rockets. What a perfect night for high school football in Oklahoma.
Gorgeous. Play clock under 10. Mount St. Mary needs to hustle here.
Gets the snap. Oof. Delivers the pass, and it's separated from the would-be receiver. Good job. Good hit there. Number 7 for Mount St. Mary was Laughlin, and as soon as the ball got there, so did the tackler.
Yeah, you can't blame Laughlin for dropping that one. Bridge Bullard was coming like a heat-seeking missile, and as soon as he got there, a shoulder pad laid into his ribs, and Laughlin held on to it a little longer than I expected, but was unable to complete the catch, and second down.
Rockets to the line of scrimmage. Wade on the pitch to the right side. Cut back. Nice move by Cox, and he's going to get about 7.
Cox has looked a little bit better here in the second half. He's got allowed himself to get outside. He's gotten his legs turning, and when he's done that, he's been able to move the ball a little bit. So, it's been positive in the rushing game from Mount St. Mary. Now can they put it together?
3rd down and 4.
By the way, it looks like Booker T. Washington's going to lose to West Monroe out of Louisiana. Looks like the old Duck Dynasty. Going to take care of the Hornets.
Quick pass over the middle is complete, and that's good enough for a first down. Cargill again right on time with a quick pass there to
Kyle Woods. Number 6, Kyle Woods. And we talked about earlier, the middle of the field was open. They took advantage of it there on the 3rd and short. So first down, the drive continues.
Rockets quickly to the line of scrimmage. Pitch it to the left side. Cox trying to get to the corner. Gets a nice block, but then he is tackled on a good defensive play on the far side. I believe that was Bridge Bullard.
Bullard doesn't make that tackle. Cox runs into the end zone. There was no one else left out there. Great job blocking. Anytime you have a good blocking scheme and then you end up with a one-on-one situation with a running back and a safety, and it's his job to make the last guy miss. Bullard didn't miss there, and Mount St. Mary nearing their first trip in the red zone tonight.
Rockets looking, throw it over the middle, pass complete at about the 10-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down and keep the drive alive for the Rockets. We said if they're going to get in this ball game, hope to contend, they had to come away with some points here.
Well, they've had 2 really good drives this half. The problem is they've been clock consuming. We've only got a minute and a half to go in this third quarter, and they're going to score. Hopefully they're going to score here if you're a Rocket fan, but taking a lot of time to do so. They've found the middle of the field a couple times on this drive, and that's been successful tonight.
Tanner Wade, the quarterback, takes the snap. Handoff inside to Cox. Cox fighting, getting inside, and he's inside the 5, but not in the goal line. So it'll be a first down and goal for Mount St. Mary. Looks like they're inside the 2.
Yeah, down to the 1 yard line and knocking on the door here.
See how the Rockets want to finish this thing off. It's Cox straight ahead, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Nice drive by the Mount St. Mary Rockets. And they leave 1:13 left to go on this third quarter clock. They'll bring on the extra point attempt. Right now the score stands at 30-14.
I think you have to go for 2 to cut it to 2 possessions here, and they went for 2 earlier in the game, obviously. The first, by the way, offensive touchdown for the Rockets tonight. Their others came on a fumble recovery after a sack.
So the Rockets looking to the sidelines. The play clock has started. Still plenty of time on the play clock as Wade settles in. Wade takes the snap, handoff, and no go. They never really did seem like they were on the right page together, the quarterback, the offense, and the sidelines. But nonetheless, Mount St. Mary does get back to within 2 scores and 2 extra points. They trail it 30-14 as we have still 1:13 left to go here in this third quarter. It's Christian Heritage on top of Mount St. Mary on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event, offering 0% for 60 months on the brand with the highest owner loyalty. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers. Like 0% financing for 60 months on all Ford cars, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Well, the Mount St. Mary Rockets drive the length of the field, get into the end zone, not able to convert their 2-point attempt, but still within 2 scores and 2 extra points from tying this game up. 30-14 is our score. 1:13 left to go, third quarter of play as the Rockets prepare to kick it away. Taking care of the kicking duties for Mount St. Mary. Number 3 is Cooper Glass. Here comes a return to the near side of the field, cutting it back, getting it across the 30 to about the 31 or 32-yard line. On the return was Cade Hale. Well, we said that the last possession for Mount St. Mary was kind of a must-have type situation. And now you can say the same pretty much for the defense as well for Mount St. Mary. They cannot allow Christian Heritage to bounce right back and go down the field and put more points on the board, make this a 3-score game once again.
Christian Heritage has had the ball twice in the second half, and they've only picked up 1 first down. So far, Mount St. Mary's has done their job of that.
1st and 10 for the Crusaders. Little pitch on the jet sweep. Going to pick up about 4 yards. 5 perhaps. Bridge Bullard on the carry.
They've been faking that jet sweep all night. Finally give it to Bullard. And he picks up 4. As the clock ticks towards the end of the third quarter.
Still have to run at least one more play here. Two receivers to either side. Empty backfield. Going right down the middle. Receiver turned his head maybe just a little too late. Looking for Zach Hale, number 4. Incomplete. That stops the clock with 18 seconds remaining.
If that one's completed, I think that Hale might have scored there.
Yeah.
Cargo got it away quickly before the linebacker and safety could adjust, but Hale did not quite get his head turned around. That's such a timing play. Hale may have been thinking that he was going to try to get past the safeties and look for a ball in the air. Cargill wanted to get it to him quick.
Third down and 6 for the Crusaders. Man in motion near side. Quarterback going to keep it. Flag is out, thrown by the referee. Not a good sign if you're on offense. He stopped shy of the first down yardage necessary. And you can bet this one's coming back regardless.
Yeah, and I think with it being a 4th and 1 here, even though CHA would likely punt, you take the 10-yard penalty here, put them in a 3rd and long, and see if you can't do something to get in the backfield and disrupt.
Holding against Christian Heritage. Clock stopped with 10 seconds left. Maybe a case where they spot the ball and then both teams just let the clock run out here in this third quarter.
Yes.
See how they want to play it. Crusaders now, what are they saying? It must be 3rd down and 20. It's more than 16. Either way, that's the end of the third quarter as it does tick down, and we head to the 4th and final quarter. Right now, it's Christian Heritage on top. They lead Mount St. Mary 30-14 on Game Time here on Your View, your Oklahoma Ford dealers Game of the Week.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your 2 favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazio's.
Because an open road is always calling your name. Because life is sweet. Because every moment counts. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money. With convenient services that help you maximize the joys in life. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your 2 favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazio's.
Because practice pays off.
Welcome back to Crusader Field. First play of the fourth quarter on the far side of the field. That's going to bring up a 4th down situation. So it looks like the Rockets should get it back in some pretty good field position.
Yeah, so the right call to push them back, and it's going to force a 4th and long. 4th and about 17, 18, either way. CHA will punt, and Mount St. Mary with a chance to cut it to, a 10 or 8 point game.
Punting game has been interesting tonight. They get close to blocking that kick. Taken right at the 46-yard line. Return gets across midfield to about the 49 in Mount St. Mary, or Christian Heritage territory, and that's where the Rockets will put it in play. So a full quarter, full 12 minutes left to play. Rockets trailing right now by 16 points. Every possession now critical.
So Mount St. Mary's plenty of time, but with the way the clock is running in the third quarter, you got to think they need to be looking to score with this field position on this drive.
Pitch to the left side, and Cox will pick up about 4.
Colton's done a really good job of getting it going in the second half. He's running downhill. They figured out that CHA is winning the inside battle, so they've done a lot better job of getting to the perimeter, and Cox is showing off his speed, winning the edge, and always picking up positive yardage.
Second down and 6 now. Tanner Wade at the quarterback. Crusaders show blitz. Pass underneath is complete. Caught there by number 21, David Federici again on offense this time. He'll get a couple of yards, and that'll bring up 3rd down, and let's call it about 4.
So they've switched their philosophy. In the first half, they tried to run up the middle and throw to the edges. The second half now, they're running to the edges, they're throwing over the middle, and that seems to be where the holes are see if CHA can adjust.
Wade takes the snap, throws the crossing
Oh.
pattern. It was there, incomplete, intended there for Jeffries.
You wonder if maybe he heard the footsteps of the safety coming, who put a pretty good lick on there, but Jeffries had the ball through his hands high and just couldn't hold on to it.
So 4th and 4, and you're kind of in that, what do I do type situation here. Rockets feel as though they got to get something going right here, and they're going to put it in the hands of their defense. They need the first down. They need 4 yards right here. Wade takes the snap, looks left side. Pass is complete, and it's going to depend upon the mark.
I think they got it, the forward progress.
I think they did too. Jeffries coming back for the reception.
Great job by Jeffries. He had just dropped a pass in the previous play. Comes up a little limping there, but sure-handed and makes the play.
So they get the first down off the nice play by Jeffries. Good delivery there by the quarterback, Tanner Wade. New set of downs, 1st and 10 for the Rockets. Pitch it to the left side, and there is nothing there. Rockets, or rather the Crusaders, are all over that one. Probably a loss of a yard or two in the play.
CHA defensive line finally getting back to what they did in the first half, and that's shutting down the offensive line for Mount St. Mary's. So 2nd and long, plenty of time here. Success in the short passing game. You wonder if maybe if they can get the time, could we see maybe a double move or something? I mean, if you look, all of CHA's defenders are within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Wade out of the backfield, throws the pass, and it's incomplete. Right in the hands of Cox, but he just couldn't hang on. Sometimes it's the smallest details. He was open. Wasn't going to probably get too much.
No.
But probably would have got 4 or 5 out of it anyway. And instead of 3rd down and, say, 7 or 8, it's going to be 3rd down and 12. Big play here. You feel like it's 2-down territory at this point of the game.
Oh, it's got to be. I mean, you have to.
Roll it out to the right side, throw on the
good
run.
play.
That was a great defensive play coming up and making, didn't see who got a finger on that.
Carson Bullard, number 9, is the one who came in and jumped the route and almost got a pick.
So 4th down with 9 minutes left to go. Substitution in for Christian Heritage. Checking in is number 66, Levi Penwell. All right, here we go. Big play right here. Rockets need the first down. Steps up in the pocket, looking, still looking, hit and dropped. And that'll be a sack, and they'll give it up on downs. And you got to do something with it. Throw it away if you have to.
You know, I hate to second guess, but with the way your defense is played, you're only down 2 scores. You almost got to think about pitting them deep there. But either way, get a defensive stop, you get the ball back, and you have a chance.
So now Christian Heritage, if they so choose, can go to work on the clock. Trying to go 3-0 on the season. They won their first 2 games of the year. They beat Tulsa Rogers 39-15 in their opener, and then they knocked off a very tough Okima squad 36-20 last weekend. So they're looking to move to 3-0, and the Rockets won their opener last week. They'd like to try to come from behind and get their 2nd win of the season. Loose football, and it's taken on the fly by Riley Lowry. Looked like they hit the ball carrier. The ball just popped up right in the air, and Lowry was right there to come up with the fumble recovery. And a first down for Mount St. Mary. Big break.
I told you they shouldn't punt it. In all seriousness, really lucky there Cargill was able to make that tackle because that ball popped right in Lowry's hands, almost like a handoff. So big play there. Now Mount St. Mary's almost like picking up a first down. Has got things working in their favor.
$8:44 left to go.
Sorry, was CHA picked to be a playoff team this year from their district?
I think they were one of those teams that was picked to finish third or fourth, be right in there.
Got a man. Oh.
Downfield, intended out there for number 7.
Jacob Laughlin. He looked like he wanted to flag. He only went up with one arm to make the catch, so it almost looked like his left arm was being held. He was begging for the call but couldn't get it. I mean, Laughlin had his man beat and only was able to get one arm up, so you almost wonder if maybe there was a hold, but when it's done kind of inside and there's some hand fighting, that's hard to call for an official.
So now second down for the Rockets. Wade, quick pitch, right side, Cox turns the corner, gets about 5 yards, and then is run out of bounds. Clock stopped, 8:20. Well, the clock's still running. Thought he got out of bounds, but apparently not.
Yes, they said his forward progress was stopped in the field of play. Or it could just be the fact that we're at the home field. The clock running favors the home team.
Third down and about 6. Wade, here comes the blitz off the edge.
I missed him.
Wade wide open is Cox. Cox will get the first down yardage inside the 20 down to the 19. And the Rockets stay alive.
Costly miss on the sack there by Caleb Korf, who's come off the edge several times. It was his man on the linebacker blitz that was Cox, so he blitzes. Once Wade was able to get away from him, Cox was wide open and an easy first down pickup. And again, Mount St. Mary threatening.
Rockets get lined up where they need to be. Pitch it to the left side. Cox again. Cuts to the outside. Will get down to about the 15-yard line. Picks up about 4 on that carry.
And you can see even when they're running the edges, the CHA defensive linemen are getting the backfield. The problem is because the ball is going to the outside. So I don't think Mount St. Mary is going to have any luck up the middle. They need to continue running to the edges and see if the outside linebackers from CHA make the adjustment. So
oh, nice tackle in the backfield. That was a big play right there. Number 50 stepping up, and that is Aiden Ferguson, the senior linebacker. You talk about dropping the ball carrier in his tracks.
Absolutely, and we just said it. I mean, up the middle is not working. It's continuing not to work for the Rockets. They need to stay on the edges and with the passing game. So third down and 6, obviously 2-down territory. I think, you might even take 2 cracks at the end zone here while you have space.
Lowry into the lineup, lines up slot left. Fake the handoff, roll it to the right, looking for somebody coming back over the middle, and he's going to be dropped and sacked on the play, a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down and 8.
Well, he eluded that first defender, so he knew there was someone behind him. So for Wade to cut the ball back was silly. Once he knew that he couldn't go any more further that one way, he's got to throw that ball away or just tuck it upfield. Once he cut it back, he's inviting that pressure that already come to him, and really lucky that there wasn't a bigger hit applied that could have forced the turnover.
Timeout on the field, 6:36 left to go, a 4th down situation. Coming up for Mount St. Mary. We'll take a timeout and be right back with more for you here on Your View.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event. Get 0% for 60 months on the smartest, most capable trucks. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers. Like 0% financing for 60 months on F-Series, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
We're back at Crusader Field, 6:36 left to go in the game clock. Mount St. Mary Rockets looking at a 4th down and 8 situation, trailing 30-14. Well, Wade's been able to run it. Cox has shown a couple of big plays here of late, but they need to get 8 right here. Straight ahead. Wade trying to get to the corner. He will not get there, and he's finished off on the far side. Good teamwork. Number 65, A.J. Sosa, coming over from the linebacker spot, making the hit, taking him out of bounds, and getting the ball back for the Crusaders.
Big stop there by CHA, and now the clock becomes the friend of the Crusaders, especially in high school where the clock runs until the ball is set. So CHA with the ball and an opportunity now to milk some clock and potentially get out here with a victory.
Referee has started the play clock. Crusaders are gathered around the coaching staff right now, wanting to make sure that they do everything in their power to secure this victory. Move to 3-0 on the season. Cargill in the backfield. Empty set and timeout taken by Christian Heritage. 6:27, that gives us time to take another timeout as well as you tune in to Game Time tonight on Your View. It's your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
Because an open road is always calling your name. Because life is sweet. Because every moment counts. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money. With convenient services that help you maximize the joys in life. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Along with Brian Burchell and Bobby Rose, Steve Marshall here bringing you all the action tonight from Christian Heritage, where the Crusaders own a 30-14 lead, take over 1st and 10 deep inside their own territory. No room for mistakes now for the Crusaders as they send a man in motion. Handoff comes to the right side. Not much there, but all they're concerned with is really moving that clock. Bridge Bullard on the carry.
Bullard's been playing a lot of receiver tonight, but now with needing to keep possession, you put the ball in the hands of your steadiest offensive player. So Bullard moved into the running back position and took the handoff. He's also really their game, their game breaker type of playmaker on offense.
Cargill. Straight ahead give. Nice run. A flag comes out from the far side, however, so hold on. Line judge kind of threw it after the play had passed him already, and Christian Heritage is retreating, so the initial thought is it's against the Crusaders.
Potentially a hold. Yep. The real question is going to be, without Mount St. Mary showing so far on offense the potential for the big play, are they going to have enough time, Steve, to score? Now they'll have 2 of their 3 timeouts. Can they score quick enough twice? I guess is what I'm saying. With using their timeouts on defense, if they get the stop, to score twice.
Well, the clock is running now. 2nd down, 17.
CHA leaving a lot of time on the play clock when they snap it.
Going to throw it to really an occupied space. He's just trying to get rid of it, not take the sack. Incomplete pass does stop the clock, though, with 5:24 to play.
Yeah, does stop the clock, which is obviously Mount St. Mary's friend, because had they used up the entire play clock and run the ball, they could have snapped this one well inside 5 minutes to play.
3rd and 17. Cargill running it up the middle, eludes one tackler. Nice run will get him out near the 18-yard line, but far short of the first down yardage necessary, and looks like a kicking situation coming up, and these have always been a little bit iffy tonight for both teams.
Absolutely. The snaps have not been great either way. So Mount St. Mary, you know, when Bullard's been putting them higher and shorter, if he puts the leg into one, give Laughlin an opportunity here to get a return.
Good snap. Kick is away. It's a good kick. Fair catch called for right at about the 45-yard line, and that's where the Rockets will get it. With 5:01 left to go in the contest, Crusaders leading the Rockets 30-14.
So the field position is good enough. You can do a little work. But the Mount St. Mary, I mean, you got to think with 2 timeouts, you probably need to score this within 2 minutes. I mean, you need to leave yourself 3 minutes to play defense and get the ball back. So a fairly quick drive needed here by the Rockets. To start with a run to the right side. Cox outside breaks the tackle and is met 8 yards down the field. Great job there by the defender, Carson Bullard, to make the tackle. And not only make the tackle, Steve, but keep the running back in bounds so the clock remains running.
Yep. Nice open field tackle and, as you said, presence of mind to keep the ball carrier in bounds. Picked up 9 on the play. 2nd and 1. Cox again.
Same play.
Same play, and not the same result, however. That's going to lose about 2 yards. And the clock will continue to run.
Yeah, not the same result at all. Now 3rd and 4. You know, I'm always in favor. When you can pick up 8-9 yards on first down, I'm always in favor, Steve, of taking a shot down the field. And especially in 4-down territory, 1, it would have stopped the clock, and 2, you'd have had 2 plays to pick up a yard.
So 3rd and 3. Rockets need to convert here as we go into the 4-minute mark left to go in this contest. Straight ahead run.
Boy,
first
big
down.
hole.
Great job by the offensive line right there, and a touchdown-saving tackle made by Bridge Bullard as he burst up the middle, got it inside the 30 down to the 26-yard line.
That's the first time tonight I can remember, Steve, of them having success up the middle running the ball. So a big first down for Mount St. Mary, and need to score probably within the next minute here.
Again, straight ahead, has running room, gets inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line.
Problem is the clock continues to tick. They've got to be quick to the line, get their plays in and out very quickly. Not even a bad idea to mix in a pass here, so in case you don't convert, it stops the clock. You know, this is very similar to last week's game, Steve. The home team getting out early big with big plays, and the visiting team chipping away, getting themselves back in the game.
Pass is complete far side. He has to come back to make the reception. Not sure if they're going to give him. They're going to say it's a first down. Okay, so far side, they say move the chains, first down yardage. And that means that they can still get a first down as they spot the ball, line of scrimmage at the 15-yard line. Looking right side.
Ooh, what a hit.
Pass caught, big hit on the far side.
But out of bounds, so a big play there, picks up 7. Out of bounds, the clock stops. Now, important note, it is a 16-point deficit, so not only would Mount St. Mary have to score twice, but they'd have to also pick up 2 two-point conversions, so it becomes even trickier, and even that's why it's even more important that they score quickly here. They probably need to score in the next 20 to 30 seconds to give themselves a real chance.
2nd and 3rd, and whistles blaring, so timeout taken by Christian Heritage. 2:57 left to go in our ball game, 30-14. Crusaders up by 2 scores. We'll take a timeout, continue our coverage right here on Your View, your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
Get into something good, like Brahms Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae.
Get into something good. Something good.
2 big dips of Brahms Premium Vanilla Ice Cream. Rich and creamy hot fudge. A shower of toasted almonds. Whipped cream and a cherry. Now you've got something good. A Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae. Every day's a Sunday at your neighborhood Brahms.
Get into something good.
We're back.
He seems surprised.
ready to go for this final 2:57. Mount St. Mary trying to get into the end zone. Then they have to get the ball back. First they have to convert the 2-point try. Then they have to get the ball back, score again, and again complete their fumble. Loose football, loose in the backfield. Who's got it? Christian Heritage says that they do.
And they do, yep.
Looks like the Crusaders are running out from underneath the pile. They've got the football, and that surely will seal the victory for the Crusaders.
Has a questionable play call. They've tried to run him a lot tonight and not a lot of success. But either way, great job by the defense. The defensive line for the Crusaders has been bent a few times tonight, and especially on that drive, but they've yet to break and come up with a big play there in the backfield. And as you mentioned, turn the ball over, and that's probably going to be enough to seal the deal here for the Crusaders.
2:39 left to go. 2 timeouts remaining for Mount St. Mary. Christian Heritage has just the 1 remaining. They're hoping not to have to use any timeouts. They're just hoping to run this clock out and get on out of here.
I mean, surely Mount St. Mary's has to use their timeouts, and you don't want to completely throw the towel in.
Bunched up backfield there. They just hand it off straight ahead, fighting for some yardage. Going to pick up about 3 on the carry. Let's see if Mount St. Mary chooses to use the timeout now or a little later. Looks like later. Well, for a lot of teams, it'll be the start of district play coming up next week. Others still may have a bye week or still a non-district game, as the way the schedules have worked out now by granting the schools like U.S. Grant and Capitol Hill another year or 2 of independence, so they're not playing at the 6A level. Here's a handoff back towards the middle of the field.
When did they change from 6A to independent?
2 years ago, I believe, and that's why you've had the only 7 teams in some of the districts in Class 6A, and therefore they only have 6 games. So they gave them the option of adding a game, a non-district game, or just going ahead and, you can schedule your own non-district game. And so, most of them scheduled to play another game in there, obviously.
So in my day job, I do I deal with a lot of schools, and I've heard Crooked Oak is trying to become independent as well. They had struggles there with numbers, and every year they start with 40 guys and end up with 13 at the end of the year. So, and that's, of course, who Mount St. Mary beat last year. But coaching change hopefully will turn around the culture there. But that's another school I've heard trying to become an independent, so they can play some competition. Because it's just it's not success is what breeds numbers. Sure. And if you're going to get blown out every week, it's hard to convince kids to keep coming out.
Well, it didn't make any sense for Capitol Hill or U.S. Grant to be playing Union or Jenks or
absolutely.
Westmore or UConn for that matter.
Yeah, or more. Any of them. I was in high school. One of the years I was there at Putnam City, we weren't very good, but we beat U.S. Grant the dickens out of them, and it just wasn't fair.
Yeah, no. Running play coming towards the near side. And he's going to get taken down. Stayed inbounds. Mount St. Mary
going to save the timeout, I guess.
Used their 1 timeout. It's now 4th down.
Smart job there by Cargill to now Mount St. Mary uses them. They wasted 20 seconds before they called the timeout.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but they certainly did. With 1:31 left to go now, 4th and 7 coming up. It's not over, but
no. Close to. Smart job by Cargill to stay in bounds, to force the timeout use, not a play. But, yeah, Mount St. Mary's got to score now in a minute, get an onside kick, score again in 30 seconds. And not only on top of those 3 things, which seem highly improbable, they have to convert 2-point conversions as well. So if we had the Your View winning percentage index on the screen, it would have to be less than 1% would be my guess. But that's why they play the game, I guess.
That's what they always say. So the Rockets fell behind very quickly, 16-0. Since then, have played on a pretty even playing field. And movement up front. And I can only guess, looked like both teams were moving.
And call sides are going to say the defensive player jumped up in the air, and that's what caused the offensive player to jump. But I don't think he ever crossed the line of scrimmage. This will be an interesting call. And they're going to put it on the defense.
So we'll do it all over again. Snap back in good shape. Kick is away.
That's a good one.
Line drive taken it at the 47-yard line. Good job special teams as they're down there in a hurry. Wrap him up. He'll pick up about 5 or 6 yards on the return, and that's where the Rockets will put it in play. 1st and 10 at the Christian Heritage 47-yard line with 1:22 to play.
Well, I mean, you got to be urgent. You'd have to think the run play is out of the playbook. It's got to be stuff to the sidelines or at least to the sticks. Remember in high school, the clock stops with a first down. But got to be quick here and urgent.
Going to roll it to the right side. Blitz coming from that far side.
Ooh.
Pass downfield. Defenders collide. Ball goes incomplete. One of the Rockets having a hard time getting to the sidelines. I don't know if he turned an ankle or what, but he's leaving the field. I want to say thanks to all the folks here at Christian Heritage for their hospitality. I mean, they really take care of us every time we come here. It's almost like you're ordering out at a restaurant. They ask you what you want, and they deliver it to you about halftime, and you're able to enjoy that. And they've always enjoyed our fellowship with John Merrill, Tony Merrill, the coaching staff, and all the folks here at Christian Heritage. We certainly do appreciate it. 2nd down and 10. Snap goes through the quarterback's legs, and he's going to get dropped for a sack on the play.
And that'll probably pretty much do it there.
Number 60 in on the sack there. That is Josh Condre. Like he was shot out of a cannon, got in that backfield and got the sack almost immediately. 3rd down and 20.
Not a whole lot of plays in the playbook for 3rd down and 20.
Nope. Here comes the rush. There's the pass to the far side.
He had a man.
Had a receiver open, but pass too tall, incomplete, stops the clock with 40 seconds to play.
I believe that was a cramp on the earlier receiver that stayed down. I saw him getting stretched out on the sideline, and he just was helped to his feet. But there's actually an opening. That ball was overthrown. The receiver was open over there. If that ball's caught, that's a first down and out of bounds. So if you're CHA, you have to know the ball's going downfield and going to the sidelines. And I'm surprised there aren't more CHA defenders deep. Let them catch it in front of you and force them to pick up the first down on the run.
Fourth down situation. Wade dropping, throwing downfield. Got a receiver down there, a little too tall, incomplete. And that means Christian Heritage will take over on downs, primarily with the intent of running out the clock. 32 seconds remain, and they lead by 16.
So realistically, we just need one kneel down here because the rest will wait to start the play clock till after under 25 is gone. So we should have one victory formation snap and a win for the Crusaders. So they'll go to 3-0 on the season, scoring at least 30 points in all 3 of their contests. And I'm not sure when their bye week is, as they played in week 0, but certainly a confidence builder tonight. And I think Mount St. Mary can build on some confidence in the fact that they played well after the slow start. And outside, like we mentioned, the 3 special team snafus, they were right there tonight. So both teams with some things to certainly work on, but both teams with some confidence to take away from this one as well.
And that will do it. Final score here tonight. It'll be Christian Heritage moving to 3-0 as they defeat Mount St. Mary. The Rockets fall to 1-1 on the season. Our final score here tonight, 30 14. Brian and I will be back with a wrap-up of tonight's contest here this evening that sees the Crusaders knock off the Rockets 30-14 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. We'll take a timeout and be right back.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event, offering 0% for 60 months on the most 5-star safety-rated vehicles. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers, like 0% financing for 60 months on all Ford SUVs, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Because an open road is always calling your name. Because life is sweet. Because every moment counts. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money. With convenient services that help you maximize the joys in life. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Back at Crusader Field, there you can see the Mount St. Mary Rockets gathered around their coaching staff as they fall in defeat tonight to Christian Heritage. Final score here, once again, was 30-14. Christian Heritage got off to the quick start as they returned the opening kickoff. Also had a fumble return for a touchdown. Got out to an early 16-0 lead. Two teams played pretty evenly after that. And the final score, once again, has Christian Heritage winning it by a final of 30-14. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll recognize our Mazzios player of the game, our Mazzios MVP, right after this timeout.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazzios medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your two favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazzios.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event. Get 0% for 60 months on the smartest, most capable trucks. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers, like 0% financing for 60 months on F-Series, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazzios medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your two favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazzios.
Welcome back to Crusader Field. Once again, our final score, it's Christian Heritage over Mount St. Mary. Our final here tonight, 30-14. Time now for our selection of the Mazzios MVP player of the game. A tough decision here tonight, but Brian Burchell's been studying the numbers, and he's come up with our Mazzios MVP. Brian?
Mazzios MVP tonight, Bridge Bullard, wide receiver for the CHA Crusaders. If you'll remember the first play of the game, he received the throwback pass and went 86 yards for the opening touchdown. He also was the receiver of the next touchdown pass and two-point conversion to put the Crusaders up 16-0. And as Mount St. Mary's was driving early in the third quarter, he was the man who made the interception deep inside his own territory to thwart that drive. Had Mount St. Mary scored there and continued to score on the next drive, could have had a much closer game. So tonight's Mazzios MVP, number 2 for the CHA Crusaders, Bridge Bullard. Mazzios, send that man a pizza.
All right, next week we will be carrying the game between Bethany and Kingfisher. It's at Kingfisher, is that correct? At Bethany. The game is at Bethany, and the crew will be there next week to bring you all the action on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. It's game time on Your View. For Brian Burchell, I'm Steve Marshall. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you next week.